Nightmare. This is a story from my student days. During summer vacation, I took a part-time job doing light interior work. It involved moving in shelving for a new supermarket opening in a rural town. The job was supposed to last 2 days, but due to weather and accidents, it got extended to 3. With the opening date approaching, we ended up working through the night. The ones left for the overnight shift were me, a friend of mine, and 3 guys who seemed like freelancers. While waiting for the late-night delivery truck, the supervisor told us to take a nap. We spread out some cardboard boxes in the sales area and fell asleep around midnight. I woke up from a nightmare, and I could hear my friend beside me groaning. It seemed like he was experiencing sleep paralysis. When I shook him awake, he gasped, like he just escaped something terrible. A middle-aged guy was on top of me, he said, clearly shaken. It was his first time going through something like that. Was his name by any chance? I asked without thinking. The nightmare I had just woken from involved a middle-aged man with that name being killed. I had a vivid image stuck in my mind of someone straddling him and repeatedly stabbing him with a knife. What are you talking about? My friend and I, still rattled, exchanged our experiences excitedly. Then we looked around for the freelancers who had been sleeping a little further away. We wondered if they had experienced the same thing. We hadn't spoken much to those guys during the job, but one of them stood out. He seemed to be unemployed, looking for work. He didn't look well, almost like he was recovering from an illness. That guy was nowhere to be found. Even when the supervisor came to wake us, he didn't show up. In the end, that man disappeared without a trace. To this day, I can only speculate about what happened that night, but one thing is for sure, the name will stay with me for the rest of my life.